The Altmer or High Elves are the tall, wise, intelligent, haughty, and snobbish people of the Summerset Isles. You may associate them with the domineering High Elves oppressing your right to worship Talos, but this isn't all High Elves. The Thalmor are but one part of the pie. The High Elves have a very rich history and much involvement with many events that have shaped Tamriel's culture, people, and places. After all, many of Tamriel's various elves originated from the Summerset Isles. But today we are going to learn about the self-proclaimed master race. Here are 5 facts about the Altmer, the High Elves of the Summerset Isles. Fact number 1. The High Elves, known as Altmer, are the closest in appearance to their Aldmer ancestors when compared to the other elves of Tamriel. When the elves of Aldmeris, the Altmer, came to the Summerset Isles, they would establish a new home for themselves. However, some were unhappy. The Chimer, Aelids, and Bosmer were all originally Aldmer who left the Summerset Isles for a new home and new society. But the Aldmer that remained on the Summerset Isles would continue their society, and somewhere along the line they became the Altmer, the High Elves. Physically, Aldmer were just like the Altmer of today, tall, however not as physically imposing due to the slighter build. They had almond-shaped eyes and angular faces, decorated with a golden hue skin. Additionally, the Altmer are counted as the most intelligent and magically gifted of all the modern Tamrielic races. Fact number 2. The High Elves have a strict and rigid culture. They are incredibly proud of their Aldmeri heritage and uphold it by maintaining their genetic lineage through practices of eugenics. Everything is precisely perfected, from the stone carvings on buildings to the etiquette displayed at the dinner table. Refill the glass of the diner to your left when it is low. Never refill your own glass. Never rest utensils on the edge of any vessel. Do not eat more than the most prestigious attendee at any function. Always allow the head of your table to lead the discussion. Never watch another while they chew. Using the wrong utensil is considered barbaric. If you do not know which one to use, watch other guests and follow their example. This is the preciseness of how a High Elf should operate. Rules, traditions, and roles within society are all dictated to maintain a perfect elven society. High Elven society is a hierarchical one, with the wise, including teachers and priests, at the top, followed by artists, princes, warriors, landowners, merchants, workers, and then of course you have all your slaves, such as goblin servants. Fact number 3. The fundamental difference between elven and human religion is that elves believe that they are the descendants of the gods, whereas humans believe they are created by the gods. This is of importance because it is the reason behind the hatred of Lorkhan by the elves. It is said that Lorkhan tricked the elves out of their divinity and forced them to live as mortals. For this reason, Lorkhan, while recognized as divine, is seen as an evil trickster god. The High Elves worship the 8 divines, such as Akatosh, whom they call Auriel and Mara, but also worship some other gods like Trinomac, Ciribane, Finastar, and Magnus. Fact number 4. There have been 3 Aldmeri dominions, not just the one in Skyrim. The first Aldmeri dominion ever formed was in the Second Era, during the events of the Elder Scrolls Online. During this chaotic period, Queen Irene of the High Elves made an alliance with the Bosmer of Valenwood and the Khajiit of Elsewhere so that they could conquer the Imperial City and restore elven rule to Tamriel, as the races of man are too childish and unwise to be the guiding hand of civilization. The second Aldmeri dominion was formed later in the Second Era, which becomes the most stable power in Tamriel until Tiber Septim comes along and conquers all. It wouldn't be for hundreds of years later when Tiber Septim's dynasty would end, and the opportunity for an Aldmeri dominion to rise again would happen in the Fourth Era. Fact number 5. The Thalmor, a group of nationalist Altmer who proclaimed the supremacy of elves over the other Tamrielic races, came to power in the Summerset Isles in the 29th year of the Fourth Era. First, they would expand their empire into Valenwood and eliminate all agents of the Blades within, as well as recruiting the Khajiit of Elsewhere, both kingdoms of Anaquina and Palatine. These 3 nations would be united under the Third Aldmeri Dominion, a force that would wreak havoc through all of Tamriel. The rivalry between the Mede Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion would come to a boiling point in the events of the Great War, which would then result in the White Gold Concordat Treaty, the banning of Talos worship, and an uneasy peace. Elven power on Tamriel has not been as powerful as it is today in many centuries. It is the Thalmor, the fearsome elven supremacists that are so staunch in their ways that all that oppose their rule are crushed, as seen with the Night of Green Fire, where Thalmor agents slaughtered an entire refugee district of a city. You probably don't need me to tell you that the Thalmor are a bunch of assholes. However, you shouldn't let this reflect on the High Elven people as a whole. There are many Altmer who do not agree with the Thalmor's supremacist movement. Perhaps this could be a cool story setting for a game set in the Summerset Isles. What do you think of that? Tell me down below in the comments. Social media links are in the description. Come on over and chat with us over there all about Elder Scrolls. I'm Michael from FudgeMuppet. Subscribe for more fact lore videos just like this, and I will see you next time.